Why don't we jump right into our headline topic for the day, which
Yes.
is GPUs to become more expensive due to Trump administration tariffs. So these
Oh,
tariffs are not actually new. Sorry. Okay. No, no. Luke's going to say more words this WAN show. Luke, go
well, no,
ahead,
hold on. This
sir.
wasn't the headline topic.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
No, it was the 74% slower, was
Well,
it not?
I mean, the headline topic is I hope you hate buying graphics cards because they're both terrible. Um,
Oh, okay. Okay.
so
Due to import tariffs imposed in the US, the price of GPUs and motherboards will be increased by 7.5 to 25%,
Oh,
which is freaking huge. SSDs, cases, and power supplies that output more than 500 watts are also affected.
so anything
This means
gamery.
the MSRP of the RTX 3080 is expected to go from $699 to $874 if you're able to actually buy one anyways.
Wow. I mean, this might make it easier to get one, except that didn't Bitcoin just hit like $40,000 US, and aren't miners like a big heavy thing right now again?
Yeah, so it's probably going to be just as hard. I literally suspect it'll just scale. The scalped prices will just go up by that much, and MSRP is just going to go up by that much, and everyone's still not going to be able to get them. It's going to be just as bad as it used to be. Asus has confirmed it needs to raise GPU and motherboard prices, while basically every other company is doing it more silently. So big rip. In 2018, the Trump administration increased import tariffs, but due to your thing's blocking the thing, but due to pushback of it's blocking
Due
the
to
thing again.
pushback, specific goods fell under exemptions. And basically, over the last little while, the Trump administration has just kind of like been busy trying to stay the Trump administration and have not really like paid attention to certain things. So,
You're right.
yep, the exemptions have expired, and as of January 1st, prices on your precious PC hardware goods are going way up. But that's
And
not the whole story.
yes, prices are also probably going up due to things like increased shipping costs. With COVID going on, everything you could possibly imagine is focusing on shipping lately. So shipping is
Yeah.
getting more and more expensive as companies are becoming more and more utilized and
Vaccines got to
stretched
move
in
around.
departments. That too. Oh
Yep.
my goodness, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, things need to be shipped everywhere, and there's tariffs, and those things are not mutually exclusive. So they're both going to apply at the same time, and prices are going to go up, up, up. It is possible that the Biden administration will reverse those tariffs, but there's probably going to be a lot of other stuff they're going to have to do immediately after taking office. So that being a notable priority is unlikely, I would suspect.
Can I take a moment to kind of have a little bit of fun amidst this?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm Canadian. You're Canadian too. We can both be Canadian-ish.
Yeah.
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 We're both fairly Canadian.
Yeah, I'm also fairly not, but
Yeah, it's
yeah.
complicated. It's complicated. Relationship status, it's complicated. And usually in Canada, we have much higher prices on computer hardware than you guys do in America.
Interesting.
But because of a top secret project that I'm working on, I actually was having a conversation with a hardware manufacturer quite recently about what my pricing would be on like GPUs or CPUs or whatever the case may be. Nothing to do with mining, just to clarify. It's actually the opposite of that. Luke, you know about the secret project. Can you confirm?
Yes. Yes, I will fully confirm.
It is the polar opposite of mining. But I did have to have a conversation about, what wholesale prices would be from a manufacturer. And it was confirmed to me that if I'm in Canada and they ship it to Canada, my price is as much as 25% less. And when you combine that with the fact that the Canadian dollar has been on an absolute tear over the last 6 months, for the first time since I think 2000, I want to say like 2008, the 2008 financial crisis, computer hardware will be cheaper on a like dollars to dollars basis in Canada than in the USA.
That's pretty wild,
Yeah.
actually. If you shipped a card, like how even if how do these tariff, like if even if you were an individual, like if an individual in Canada bought a card in Canada
Yes.
and then
And shipped
like
it to a
shipped it to
friend. Their
in the
friend would be
States.
on the hook for the import tariffs. And if their Canadian friend was trying to be a nice guy there, and didn't fill out the paperwork correctly there, bud, the issue is that that's like fraud or whatever.
Fraud.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's
that's
like super
bad. So you don't
illegal.
want to do that.
Okay.
You want to actually fill out all the import documentation correctly. So that is something I actually did ask. I was like, hey, manufacturer, so how does it work if, I wanted to help out some American friends? And they're like, oh, it's on you. So I was like, yeah, it's kind of what I thought. So that's the
Makes
way
sense.
it works. There's a lot of speculation going on in the chat. You guys will not figure out what the top secret project is. Don't even bother trying. We are not becoming a
good luck.
system integrator. That's not happening. I want nothing to do with that business. I've made that very clear many times in the past.
I was gonna say for years. Yeah.
But I'm not gloating or anything. I'm just making an interesting observation. To be clear, I'm not happy about it. It's not like we're winning. You guys are just
No.
losing. This is a
Yeah.
game with no winners.
Yeah.
Your
Our
prices
situation did not improve. You just fell further behind.
exactly like what I would love for our buying power to just have caught up, but that's not what happened. Yours just
Yeah.
fell behind. Now, in theory, the point of these tariffs is to increase U.S. jobs. But the problem is that when it comes to the production of computer components and electronics, there's no meaningful way to do that with in the grand scheme of things, negligible amount of money that the government will be collecting on these tariffs. And if you want to see, how well it works to try to bring high-tech manufacturing to the U.S., and I don't mean like, microprocessor manufacturing. That's already there. I'm talking like, like motherboards and displays and stuff like that. If you want to see how successful that's likely to be, just have a look at that Foxconn project that is like basically a ghost factory as far as anyone can tell. Foxconn factory, what is it, in like Wisconsin or something? Man, that is a fascinating rabbit hole. Whoa, there's new stuff. This is amazing. Article from December 18th. This is less than a month ago. Foxconn tells Wisconsin it never promised to build an LCD factory. What? There was like literally a groundbreaking ceremony and stuff. And that's hilarious. Yeah, it's been like a whole thing. Oh, this is from December 8th. They demolished my house for this. Residents outraged by the Foxconn factory that fizzled. Yeah, like the thing is it's not as simple as just, well, we need to put the building there and we need to put the equipment there and you need to hire US workers and put them in there. Because there's a whole supply chain around building electronics that just doesn't exist in North America anymore. So it would take years and years and years to build up that kind of manufacturing center. It would have to be coastal because even in China, a lot of the materials for that kind of manufacturing are imported. And I don't know where the heck you'd put that. It would be an environmental disaster. Like, I don't know how you'd ever get it off the ground. And the cost would be way higher. Like, it's not feasible. There's a reason that people have tried to do it and it hasn't worked, because the only way electronics are as cheap as they are is that there's basically a lot of corners that have been cut in order to make them that way.
Knowing that nothing ever happened with it makes this groundbreaking picture.
Oh, isn't it hilarious?
Amazing.
Here, yeah. Let me bring it up for the stream here.
But knowing that it probably still kind of looks like that if no tractors or people were there.
No, they did like build stuff. It's just
okay.
it's just
not
like
hiring anybody.
Oh man, it is an amazing rabbit hole because they like put up a bunch of job postings and then like hired people, and then there are like interviews with these people who were hired by Foxconn to like work in the States, and then they're just like, yeah, I don't know, I quit because no one could tell me what I'm supposed to do all day. Like I had an office, but I had no instructions and no responsibilities. Like it's like they just had like a head count quota to hit, and like it's Foxconn, so they just have like that Chinese money, so they just apparently don't care. Like it's just bizarre. It is so bizarre. Anyway,
That's really whack.
here's the groundbreaking
Oh
ceremony.
wow, yeah, that facility is definitely a thing.
Oh
This is
yeah.
interesting. I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, no, it's totally a thing. So
Wow.
I forget who exactly all of these people are. That kind of looks like Paul Ryan, but I don't remember him being there. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. Hold on a second. Here's another picture. Oh, that is Paul Ryan. Okay, so you got Paul Ryan, you got the Donald, and then you've got this is a Foxconn bigwig of some sort. I don't know. These are all relatively minor details in the grand scheme of things. The point is, Foxconn tried. I mean, now they're saying they never tried. Now they're saying, oh, we never actually committed to making a display factory, but that was what they said it was going to be. Yeah, that's yeah, it's something. Comments on Tom's Hardware about the situation are pretty bleak. Loaded Axe posts, looks like DIY PC gaming is coming to an end. Prices are already way too high. Integrated graphics or console, anyone? Xbox Series X and PS5 are looking more appealing every day. I'm feeling priced out of PC gaming, says Big Dragon. And I said it once, I'll say it again. I miss being able to buy a top tier GPU for about $700 US. It all went to before once Turing came out. Actually, that happened a fair bit before that. I mean, 780
Yeah.
Ti was, how much was a 780 Ti? That was $700. There was stuff before that cost more than that. Like 6800 Ultra was, oh, 500. Okay, well, shows you what I know. I could have, 8800 Ultra was $1,000 graphics card. I
Is
am almost 100%
Are all of
sure.
ASUS's graphics cards manufactured in? Because I'm looking it up right now. Apparently, they have manufacturing in
830.
Taiwan, Mexico, and Czech Republic and China. Is all of their GPUs manufactured in China? Like this shouldn't affect everything because things that aren't manufactured in China
Yeah. So the
shouldn't
vast
there.
majority of like board manufacturing is going to probably be done in China. That doesn't mean that they necessarily
Okay.
make everything there. And some of those other places might be just making components that are ultimately sent to China for assembly,
Okay.
or might utilize
So if
components that
any
came
part
from
of it
China.
is made in China,
I don't remember the exact details, but basically the
okay.
US is at trade war with China. That doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon, and PC gaming is going to be really expensive for a minute here.
Okay.
In other news, the good news is that if you've been waiting for a new laptop, for example, graphics cards, I expect this pricing to affect them pretty much immediately, because with the demand for new GPUs right now, pretty much everything's going to be airshipped. So any shipment that arrives in the US after January 1st is going to be affected. But there are other product categories that are more likely to be shipped via ocean that could still have pre-tariff stock sitting on shelves. So now might be a good time to pick up a gaming notebook, especially if these rumors are true.